Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Apurva Kumath, and I am going to present a short seminar on the topic hypertension in pregnancy. As we all know, a female body sacrifices the whole system to accommodate a fetus for 9 months, and it is basically in a hyper-adrenergic, or we can say in a hyperactive state. So a sustained BP reading above 140 to 9 by 90 mmHg during pregnancy has implications both for mother and the fetus. Readings above this for BP are considered as hypertension in that female. Two types of situations are possible. Women with pre-existing chronic hypertension becomes, if a woman with pre-existing chronic hypertension becomes pregnant, and the second one is preeclampsia. It is also known as pregnancy-related hypertension. BP rises after 20 weeks of gestation. It can be correlated with toxemic hypertension. It is associated with hyperadrenergic state, decreased plasma volume, and increased peripheral resistance. Hypertensive. These are the hypertensives which we can use for pregnancy. First is the labetalol. It is an alpha plus beta blocker. It is orally given and it is most widely used. It basically decreases the total peripheral resistance. And second one is methyl dopa. It is an analog of dopa. It decreases the efferent sympathetic impulses, and it also inhibits the dopa decarboxylase enzyme, which it gives positive Coombs test, which is antibodies are present in mother's body because of against RBCs. Third is hydralazine. It is an old vasodilator, and it is safely used in pregnancy, but it is not used now. Fourth is nifedipine. It is used in a sustained release formulation. Dihydropyridine (CCB) is a vasodilator, mostly prescribed for preeclampsia. Caution should be taken with this, that it should be stopped before labor begins, as it weakens uterine contraction. Hypertensives to be avoided during pregnancy. First are ACE inhibitors and ARBs. They are fetopathic. That is, it causes fetal damage and growth retardation. Fetal death may occur if given during later half of the pregnancy. These should be discontinued in case of pre-existing hypertension when female conceives. Diuretics. Due to reduced blood volume, there is a decrease in uteroplacental perfusion, which causes increased fetal wasting, placental infarction, miscarriage, and stillbirth. Third is non-selective beta blocker. Propranolol causes low body weight, decreased placental size, neonatal bradycardia, and hypoglycemia. Fourth is sodium nitroprusside. It is combined vasodilator, atriolar, and venodilator. It is contraindicated in eclampsia. These are the points which should be taken care of. First, safer drugs should be substituted in place of existing regime in pre-existing hypertensive female. Second is target level for BP in pregnant female is systolic should be less than 150 mmHg, and diastolic should be between 80 to 100 mmHg. It should be decreased slowly. Drastic reduction should be avoided, as it may impair uteroplacental blood flow. Females with chronic kidney disease, chronic hypertension, and diabetes are at high risk for developing preeclampsia. To reduce the risk, aspirin 80 to 100 mg per day should be given from 12th week of gestation. Aspirin prevents toxemia by inhibiting thromboxane A2. Thank you.